Last one, last two, negative self-talk. Negative self-talk. Therefore, number one in our classroom is always about mindset, 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 mindset. Can't emphasize this enough. If you don't take this serious, you will have negative self-talk. I still have negative self-talk. However, more aware, easier to direct, easier to change. And negative self-talk is going to be there with you for the rest of your life. I don't know any person who doesn't have a voice sometimes saying, oh, you like, are you sure you can do this? Like even pro athletes, I think even Elon Musk sometimes doubts himself, but then he quickly shifts and thinks, what's the solution? And that's the difference eventually. Okay. Emotional avoidance is the last one, which basically means that we procrastinate on indeed the feeling that the task gives us. Sometimes it's stress, overwhelm. Sometimes it's boredom. So when you think learning equals rereading and highlighting equals bad results or sleepy or brain fog, means that the task or the association that you have with learning is boring. And when something is boring, what does our mind want to do? We don't like to do boring stuff. We would rather play a video game and get bombarded with dopamine hits. Yeah. So in short, task too big, fear of failure, perfectionism, low clarity, task being too vague, no accountability, the dopamine distractions, the low energy, overwhelm, self-talk, negative self-talk, and emotional avoidance. And I think the majority is what you've mentioned in these text messages as well. Any questions or shares about these so far before we're going to brainstorm solutions? I don't think by only defining the problem itself. I think the main problem is with the thoughts associated with the task and the emotional avoidance that comes from it. That's always step one. So step two in terms of the solutions is indeed then breaking down the task. However, the step that comes before it is the internal dialogue that you have about this task is too big, and that thought makes us feel stressed and overwhelmed. So if we don't tackle that part accurately, then the next step is either never going to happen or it's going to happen if we can switch and work on those thoughts strategically and, well, effectively. So I would say 70 or 80% is awareness. That's why also step number one in the procrastination protocol is about awareness. And then only step number three is about breaking down the task, because that first part is the most important. Okay. All right. Now, let me do the, let's do the following. I'm first going to, does everyone have all of the 10 things listed on a piece of paper or on a document? Otherwise, I'm going to write them here in the chat. That's all good. And I want you to copy them real quick. Task too big. 2 is fear of failure. 3 is perfectionism. 4, low clarity. 5, accountability. 6, overwhelm. 7, low energy. 8, distractions, like social media. Maybe it's the other way around. 9, self-talk, negative self-talk, sorry. So, and 10, emotional avoidance.